everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Everything is fine here on Detention Block A23, a Star Wars podcast. I'm Mike, joined by Bogey, here to talk Star Wars with all you fans out there. Get the business elements out of the way really quick. If you're listening or watching us right now, hit that subscribe button, like this video, rate, comment, review, all the above. Share it. We greatly appreciate it. Any little thing you do definitely helps us get our name amongst all the other, or our name out there amongst all the other channels. And there are quite a few Star Wars ones. So again, thank you for any little thing that you do. Something we can do for you guys is, again, we're having a prize giveaway at 200 subscribers. We're inching closer. We're getting closer and closer to it. We're only 28 subscribers away from having our first giveaway. And that one will be one prize. And then when we hit 500 subscribers, we will be getting rid of a Theory Saber lightsaber. So that's a good one. You're going to want to be a part of that one. Again, make sure your name is public so we know who you are and can enter your name into a drawing. But yeah, they're pretty sweet lightsabers. They're not like your large retailer toy ones like Bogey has that extend out. These ones are
That's
legit.
broke. That's
That's
broken.
broke. Hey, cosplay. It's a cosplay one.
Hey, but no, I, I'm gonna throw this in.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there, someone can win Bogey's broken lightsaber. Maybe we will include that one in with the prize for the 200 subscriber one. But again, we're getting really close to that. We getting a few more almost each day. So help us get over the mark so we can give away some of these prizes. And speaking of the Theory Saber lightsabers, I just received my most recent order, which may or may not contain the one that we will be getting rid of in the giveaways. So this one is a box of 3, so I figured I can show them a little bit. So it came in 2 boxes actually. This one came with 1, and then the other box came with 2. And actually I had a replacement saber sent because I had one that broke, and they're actually really, really good with like customer service. They're like, oh, we'll get you a new one. We'll send it out to you. Lickety split. They actually added it to my order so it would get to me even faster. So kudos to the Theory Saber team and their customer service. But all right, so here's one of them. They come in this nice little bag here. It's like the same material if you have glasses for cleaning your glasses. So you can use it for that. Here's the first one. It's black with like a gold tip near the, what would that be, like the igniter area? So could be this one.
Is that Plo Koon's?
No, that like they do have replica sabers. And then they also have just regular sabers. Like this one would be used for like actual you could use this for dueling and stuff like that because it's smaller and thinner and easier to, you know, wield, I guess you could say.
Okay, I was just wondering if they're replicating in the individual Jedi or Sith or whoever.
They do those tend to be the more popular ones to order are the replica ones, but
All right.
they also have
Okay.
these versions as well. So there was that one. Just gonna put it there. And then here's the other box. Is that Theory Sabers? Just so you know, we're not cheaping out on you. And I should specify, Theory Sabers are not affiliated with the giveaway, and there's no purchase required, and the items come as is. Just a few disclaimers there. So then there's 2 in here. Start with this one. So a very similar one, except it's black and blue, but also kind of a training saber, dueling saber style. And then one more There's also another box I previously ordered that have two that may or may not be the ones in the giveaway. And this
Ooh,
is the other one.
I like that one.
That's Luke Skywalker's. So this is an example of a replica one. It's Luke Skywalker's, except it doesn't have the trigger that his had. It's just the button. But again, it makes it easier for wielding and dueling and stuff like that.
I like that one.
Luke Skywalker's baby.
There you go.
His green saber one, I should say, not Anakin's that he receives from Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope.
Yeah, it's the one he creates, the green one.
For Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
And if
you're gonna want that one. That
well, I'm not specifying whether that one's the actual one in the drawing or not. Hold on. And if you're did you hear that? If you're interested in what they look like. So, and they have all these different sound effects. So this is the sound effect. You can have it set to sound like a pod racer. So isn't that cool? Do you hear that?
I don't think we can hear it. Or at least I don't. No.
Oh, I can't hear that? Oh, dang. And then here's another one. So these are super bright, super awesome sabers. And this one is Anakin's.
Yep.
And this is just some random one. I like that this one has the holes in the hilts, so you can see the saber through the actual hilt. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Here, should this be the thumbnail?
Do they make the noise though when you clash?
Yep. That's too bad that you can't hear them.
Yeah, at least I'm not hearing it.
My microphone must not be picking up on it. That's okay.
I know the last time you had a bunch of us guys over to, just chill, make some cocktails and whatnot. You were showing us, I think I said in a previous episode, all your stuff back there and how it made the noise. It's loud. So I'm telling you right now, that, no joke. Those are legit lightsabers.
And with so there's 3 different levels. The top notch ones, which is the Anakin Skywalker one I have, that's their highest level. It's called Profi. You can add in all the different sound effects you want that they provide, so you can change what you're hearing. They also play music, so you can have Star Wars music playing as you're wielding it and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool features that they have, and it's really neat. So
there you go.
Again,
the more
help us get to 500 subscribers.
Get to 500. Yeah.
And we'll give one away, and I'm sure we'll give another one away, in further subscribers. But let's get to 500.
We'll give more than one away.
But let's cross the 200 mark first. We're 28 away, and that is not a saber. That's something else. And then 500. Let's give away a saber. Also, our chat is up and running, so make sure to drop a line, say hello, give us your opinion, talk to us.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, Ryan. Where are you?
Yeah, where's Ryan at? We missed him. He hasn't been here for a while. We need Ryan back. He's an actual mutual friend of ours, so he likes to pop in once in a while. We haven't seen him in a while. So only a few things really to talk about today, though there is big news as of recent, but not too much else going around. I think as a result of this new news, they're probably trying to figure a lot of things out. So maybe down the road we'll get some more major topic news, maybe new stuff coming up. But it's, I guess, been officially announced now that Kathleen Kennedy is indeed departing, and then both Dave Filoni and Lynwen Brennan, as we spoke about last week, will be filling in as co-presidents. Dave Filoni taking on the creative aspects or elements of it, of Lucasfilm, and then Lynwen kind of taking the business elements of it. So curious to see what all comes from that. We've already been getting some information as a result of the news. So as far as Star Wars film updates, Dawn of the Jedi is now on hold. And then Taika Waititi's Lando movies will depend on the new leadership. So things that they want to figure out. I'm sure we'll get more projects that either get on hold or canceled as a result of this, and we'll probably get some projects announced with some new ideas coming in. So curious to see how that all folds out. Are you feeling pretty confident that this is official now, Bogey?
Yeah, I would say so. The more and the more all these articles are coming out,
Yep.
especially like the sources that you're getting.
NBC, BBC. Yep.
Yep, that this is going to be official. I was just worried about like if Kennedy is she gonna stick around, like you said, maybe stick around.
Consult.
Yep, consult until like let's say give it a year or
Right.
something.
It would make sense. It probably will happen.
Yeah. For all the projects that maybe are in motion right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think
and hopefully they maybe some of these projects, probably potentially piss her off, but it's like you're out the door. You're just we're paying you just to kind of consult us to kind of like transition to our like future leadership. So,
do you
um,
do you think
it,
Dave Filoni would bring the direction back towards George Lucas? Not saying like he would bring in George Lucas, because I don't, he might seek his advice, but I don't think he's going to necessarily like bring on George Lucas. He's probably, how old is George Lucas now? Late 80s?
well, I mean, George Lucas sold the company for because he didn't like he wasn't he kind of done?
Yeah. But he had
Like
one of the
Disney,
stipulations was he wanted them to like honor his work, because he had a vision for what the sequel trilogy was supposed to be. And it was actually supposed to be centered around, well, not centered, but Darth Maul was going to be one of the villains, the main villains of it. And when he sold it, they were like, yeah, we will honor, we will use that as, they didn't necessarily say they're going to put those into film, but they said that they would use that and honor that content. And then they ended up just like scrapping it essentially. So it just makes me wonder if, because Dave Filoni is such a George Lucas guy, in my opinion, like he
oh yeah.
he really wants to preserve George Lucas's vision, because he's always like supporting his vision and like this is how George would view it and this is what this means. So I just wonder if he would kind of bring those George Lucas elements back. Um, just be curious to see. I feel
I
like he
mean,
would.
I feel like there's no question he'll bring his elements back. It's a matter of like, did you ask me if you'd try to lure him back into doing like at least uh, uh produce like a producer who like oversees it but doesn't do a whole lot of the
Yeah, I don't
work.
think he's going to do that. If anything, it'd be like maybe give Dave Filoni his opinion on things, but he's not going to like go to the studio or anything. At least that's what I would think.
Because that's why I was wondering if you were going down that avenue of like um uh all the new Terminator movies. James Cameron, they say, oh, he gave it the thumbs up, and he was like one of the producers and everything. And you watch the movie, you're like, what dog shit is this? Like, and he gave it a thumbs up. It was all for a paycheck.
Right.
That's what I don't know if Dave Filoni will do that with George Lucas or not. So
Well, and with the fact that Disney is still the overall like boss, like
oh
as much as I want there to be change back into towards the original direction of like George Lucas, how much is Disney going to reel him in being able to do so? So that gives me hesitation as well, because Dave Filoni might want to do all these things, but then will Disney be like, all right, hold on, it's still our name on the as the brand, so we get our voice in this. So I don't know. I mean, Disney acquiring Star Wars was a blessing and a curse. It was a blessing in that it kept, you knew there was going to be more content coming out. It was going to keep that franchise alive one way or another. I mean, maybe it wasn't a good thing that it was kept alive in certain ways, but you knew you were going to see more stuff. The bad thing is that like it's taken in a different direction in many elements. The content hasn't been as great. I mean, I'm sure many people would argue like, I wish it would have just been done with after the prequels and then Disney not acquire it, because I would rather have nothing than something not good. But
what are you talking about?
that's what I was just going to say, though. I was going to say, but we
And
have
and
had
and,
good
and
things. We've had good things come out.
I would say we're at like a 50-50. I would
I'd say
say
less than 50-50.
okay, 6-7. No,
6-7. Yeah, I think
no, at least a 40% success. I would say in their content.
yeah,
That's where I would stand.
yeah.
40%.
I might be a little more critical. I might be in the 30 to 40%, but I'm in the same realm of like, there has been good things. I mean, Rogue One was amazing. Andor was amazing. Season 1 through 2 of Mandalorian, amazing.
Book of Boba Fett.
Amazing parts to it. And then I did, again, we talked about it. Skeleton's Crew. I liked it for what it was. It's not anything like
Special because
special,
we couldn't even think about it.
right?
Like right off, right
But it's
away.
something I could go back to and turn on and be like, oh, okay, let's enjoy this a little bit again.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, maybe I'm closer to 40. Maybe I'm closer to 40. I think that's fair. I just don't think it's 50-50.
but like the sequel
Sequel trilogy.
the first
Force
one,
Awakens, good.
yeah, I definitely. Where would you put that? I would put that probably at like um a Dave Portnoy score. I'd give it a 7.8.
Force Awakens. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would probably put it at like 6-7. I give it a little higher mark before the other movies came out, because I think one of the things that made it great was like, where is this going to take us? Because
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
criticisms is that it's a lot like
It's New Hope
A New Hope.
all over again.
It is like that. So we've seen it. But I think at the end of it, you're like, they're not going to go the same direction. So they're making you feel this way. What way are they going to go? And then the way they went, it was like, this sucks.
Yeah,
So
it just
I
went
think
downhill after
when it was
that.
just The Force Awakens, I think I would put that movie at like a 7.5. Now that everything's been released, I'm more like 6-7. So the subsequent movies brought it down.
Don't let the other movies. Yeah, I'll let you be your own
And Han
critic.
Solo got killed off. Come on, like, don't do that to me. I guess we were
Hey,
talking about it.
but we were
We were
just
talking
talking
about off.
uh,
Yep,
off
off
topic or like off air. We were talking about Stranger
Stranger
Things,
Things.
like deaths
Bring emotion.
bring
Bring
emotion
depth.
and really impact what the future of the storytelling
Yeah,
is going to
that's
be.
fair. That's fair. I was just
So
sad to see Han Solo killed off, because we never got a reunite of the big three in any one scene. And
Ah, yeah,
you
yeah.
killed them
No,
off.
yeah,
So then after the end of the movie, you're like, we're never going to get that.
that really
They're all
pissed me.
three
That
here,
really
still here,
pissed
and
me
we're
off.
never going to get all three of them together.
Yeah, that really pissed me off that they never got all three in the same scene.
Like, how do you miss that? I feel like that's a lob.
And and
Like,
and that goes to like I think what the sequel should have been, and we know how bad that was Ryan Johnson's directing. I I I I don't know what their plan was for that movie. That movie literally I is unwatchable for me.
The
Uh,
Last Jedi.
is that the sec
Episode 8.
yeah, yeah, is that what it's called? Last
Yeah,
Jedi?
yeah, The Last Jedi. Because that's where Luke was like, I will not be the last Jedi. And then the
And
last
even
one was,
when Luke gets his lightsaber, he goes, "Yeet." And he just I'm just like, "What the
well, did you hear Mark Hamill was like, I don't agree with this.
Yeah,
And then,
no, yeah, that interview where he
yeah,
goes like when I read the script, he goes like, "The
what? This isn't
like
Luke.
what?"
And I think he said so he had to go forward with understanding that the Luke he was then portraying is not the same Luke that he portrayed in the original trilogy. I think he made that comment. So because he was frustrated about that, which he should be.
I would,
I
I
don't
would.
blame him. Like all that he put into the original Luke Skywalker and how well of a performance that was. I'd be upset if they were just like, nope, that's the respect I give to this.
I wonder if that was improv. Like, fuck this. Just threw the
I just
lightsaber.
wonder, like, because like J.J. Abrams left that cliffhanger. What was J.J. Abrams thinking would be how that next scene would go? Do you think if J.J. Abrams was still doing it, would Luke flip the lightsaber?
That's where I'm confused between him because he still oversaw it, he was a producer and everything, but Ryan Johnson took over as
Directing.
directing. How did he not be like? Because like I've said before in previous um, podcasts and whatnot, was that because the failure of this one, J.J. Abrams he's like, all right, I,
I'll come back.
Ryan, it's like Ryan Johnson, you're out. I gotta do this
Yep.
final one, and then try to clean it up to make it, the trilogy it is. But how messy it was.
Yeah, and
It,
I mean, I still fault J.J. Abrams for that last one, but at the same time, like he was kind of set up for failure.
yes, yes,
Like,
and
I
that's
don't
why.
know, you can't write that ship. You've already gone down too far.
Why didn't JJ just stay on the whole
You
way?
should have.
Just
When you're when you're doing something like a trilogy, you need to have the same vision from start to finish.
yep, yep,
Because like in Ryan Johnson's case, he's going to want to differentiate himself from J.J. Abrams' movie because like then he's not really getting his name on it. It's like, yeah, I'm directing it, but it's still essentially J.J. Abrams' story. I want to create my story. So you can't have a cohesive story if you've got multiple people creating it, essentially.
I mean, hell, look at Avatar. James Cam
Yeah,
James Cameron has been staying on. God, now how long has it been?
a dozen years.
Yeah, at least.
Well, and they're going to do, wasn't it 5 of them?
Yeah,
And they're now, number 3 comes out this year.
yeah.
Did you think the second one was pretty much the first one all over again?
I never liked. I watched the first one. I thought about 60% of it was so boring.
Yeah, it was more about the visuals for that time.
Yeah, it was all about the visuals, and then they say like, "Oh, it would have been better if you watched it in the theaters." And I was like, whatever. So
Yeah.
I have not seen the second one, and then now the third one's out in theaters.
I just feel like the third one's going to
I
be the same as the first two. So, second one,
I
in my opinion, was a lot like the first one. And just through
j-
the
j-
previews of the third one, it's like, we're just doing this all over again. Just now it's fire instead of, well, the first one was like forest, second one was water, and now we're going to fire. So it's
yeah.
like, I
That's
I
why I
don't
like it.
I'll give it a chance. I don't want to assume, but
So it never caught my attention like enough to want to. I mean, if I think it, what's the second one called? Water,
uh
Earth, and Water, or something.
let's look it up. Avatar to
Because I think that
movie.
is if that's on. I think that's on
The Way of Water.
The Way of Water.
And then the third one is called Fire and Ash.
Fire and Ash. Okay. Like the second one, I think is on one of the streaming services I have, but I don't. And then, especially, what is it? Like 3 hours long at least.
Yeah, they're long movies.
I don't know if I.
If you're gonna be a long movie, you gotta be like Lord of the Rings good.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why the first one I gave it a shot, and that was long too,
Yeah.
and I, uh, it had its moments, like I said, but I felt like 2/3 of the movie I was bored as
Yeah.
fuck. I just I was I like
Yeah. I mean
where's too much dialogue, too much like where is this going? Type like kind of I don't know feeling.
yeah, and I think that's why like during those times that might have seemed slow and everything, it was really a focus of like the graphics. Because when that first movie came out, the CGI was just way ahead of its time.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
then when you're
Oh, for
watching it
sure.
in theater when it comes out, you're like, wow. So when it's the boring scenes, you're just like paying attention to the scenery and you're like, this is cool. Um, but now fast forward to now, I mean, the graphics, I mean, graphics are better now. CGI is better than what that was at the time. So now you're just left with the story, and it's like, okay, this is kind of slow for most of the time, but there are good parts for sure. But yeah, there are definitely slow moments. Um, cool. Well, on top of the news we had been talking about, and I have to believe there is some kind of connection with the change in leadership that's taking place and what's been done, the decisions being made. So Galaxy's Edge is making a change. They are bringing in original trilogy characters to the park. Characters like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca, the Stormtroopers, um, and even they're bringing in all the original John Williams music into like the atmosphere and everything. Now, in the past, they had on very rare special occasions, a time or two, I think they brought in like Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker in as a special moment. Maybe those were like little teasers. Like if we bring these guys in, what's the reception like with them walking around the park? But they're making a transition and bringing these to be there, I think, permanently. And I've read also some reports that I don't know the validity behind this. This is just rumors or reporting that they may even eliminate the sequel trilogy characters from the park. I don't think they will. I think they'll still be there. I think they'll just kind of do a mix of both. Maybe one day of this, one day of the other. But nonetheless, changes are being made. Again, a transition more towards going back to the original trilogy. So that's why, again, like I asked, do you think Dave Filoni will make like a transition to bring in George Lucas's ideas back a little bit? We'll see. If they do, I'm happy with those decisions. I think it makes sense. I don't know about you, Bogey, but I think it makes sense to bring original trilogy characters to the park because honestly, that's probably the characters people want to see, at least a majority of the fans. Not that they don't want to see the sequel trilogy, but if you lined up a bunch of people and asked them, would you rather see Darth Vader or Kylo Ren? 9 out of 10, at least, I feel like would say Darth Vader. Would you think so? Would you think so?
Yep, I would say the same thing. And it definitely all depends on this.
Well, they can bring, I mean,
No, I'm saying like Mando and Grogu, how that movie performs, how it turns out. I wonder if Dave Filoni is gonna want to like wait and see how that pans out, and then decide like what projects we want to like work on.
Yep.
Let alone we talked about earlier projects that maybe they're kind of in the initial stages, but they'll be like, yeah, that's not do it.
Yeah.
Like you said, if it's like d depending on the timeline
Yep.
of the whole, you know.
Yeah. And I think the only guaranteed film outside of The Mandalorian Grogu, I think we will still get the Starfighter one because they're clearly working on that and
Oh
advertising
yeah,
it. So that one will be released.
just because it's already in production.
Yeah, and the
So
casting you have for it too definitely helps as well.
yeah,
You're
because
not just going to be
who's in that again? Is that Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling. You're not just going to do this with Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling and then be like, oh, we're not releasing. It's like, really? So
After you just like
paid all that money for him.
yeah, you already paid out the paychecks to all these actors, especially Ryan Gosling's was not going to be cheap.
Yeah.
You're not you're not going to abandon that. But
Yeah.
some of these other ones that may be just like, oh, we're just like script writing still,
Right.
but we haven't like actually started production.
Yep.
So I think those is all dependent on how
The
Mando and
success.
Grogu goes, and then Dave Filoni will start making his decisions if some of these other ones. Hence why I think Kennedy will still be on board, like you said, overseeing the ones that are already in productions,
Yeah.
the projects that in production already. So
Well, I'm glad you brought in or made the connection with Mandalorian too, because you doing that just sparked an opinion in my mind. Like, because we're talking about bringing in like original trilogy characters into Galaxy's Edge. That also allows you to bring in characters like Mandalorian, Ahsoka. You could bring in Ezra. You could bring in all these people because they're kind of, it's not exactly the same time frame as the original trilogy, but there's overlapping elements even in the content we're seeing. Like we see Ahsoka with Luke, we see Mandalorian with Luke. So like you can bring those characters into Galaxy's Edge. It doesn't make sense to bring Mandalorian in when
yeah,
you've got sequel trilogy characters out there. It doesn't make sense to bring Ahsoka in when you got sequel trilogy characters out there. And I mean, Ahsoka is like Dave Filoni's character. So like it just makes sense. And now
and then in Ahsoka, I hope he comes back. The guy that plays Ezra,
yeah,
I thought he was awesome.
I thought he was hilarious.
Yeah, no,
I watching
it's like
Rebels and
what's her name?
Sabine.
Yeah, gives her like, here's your saber. He's like, I don't need it.
I
It's
don't
like
need it.
I have the Force,
And then he ends up with it anyways,
and
doesn't
she
he?
just looks at him like, Are you fucking nuts? Like he's like, I got the Force. I'm good.
Well, and he did a really good job.
And he kicked ass using the Force, like pushing people around and
Well, and it definitely aligned with the personality of Ezra from the Rebels show.
yeah, that's
Um,
why like I can't wait to watch more of the Rebel. Like I said, I've seen a lot of clips,
yeah,
but I can't wait to watch more because it
you just
look.
need to binge Rebels. I, it's more cohesive than Clone Wars because I know we've talked about this a lot because Clone Wars it kind of jumps around a little bit in the timeline. It's not necessarily a cohesive story because there's all these different stories that are also being told. And the early seasons are it gets really good. Season 7 is a masterpiece. But with Rebels, it's a cohesive story and it's all like good stuff. So, and if you like Mandalorian, if you like Ahsoka, you're gonna like the show Rebels because it's relevant to all these things taking place. It's relevant to the dark saber. It's relevant to the Mandalorian race. It's relevant to all that stuff. So get on it, Bogey. Get on it. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna force you to do it, but I think you would enjoy it. I know, like you said, you have an understanding for it for like watching YouTube like
Clip.
synopses or clips and stuff like that. So
Yep.
but the story in itself is
All
good.
right, my captain, my captain.
But I
Giving
guess
me
now that you
gi-
know
gi-
some of
gi-
that,
gi-
it's like not going to be as impactful because I'm sure you know the things that happen to certain characters.
well,
But
everything you said I already know.
yeah, yeah,
But it's just like watching it develop.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
So
Um,
it'd be better than Avatar.
oh yeah, yeah, I can guarantee you that both
You're
Clone
like you're
Wars
like
and
you're
Rebels is better than Avatar.
Avatar. Like I said, the first
I
one. It's
like
like,
Avatar, but not that
but
much.
like I said, I've only seen the first one, but watching the first like half hour or like there's moments like let's say like there's 15 to 20 minute segments where you're just like, what was the point of this? Like it didn't build in into anything. So that's so it sounds like you're saying Star Wars does it better.
Yes,
So
Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Star Wars Rebels definitely does it better. The stuff that started coming afterwards, maybe not as much, but
no, well, yeah.
anything before that, really good. Original trilogy, prequel trilogy, really good. Isn't it funny, like how much hate the prequel trilogy got? Now, like everyone like loves it. Meaning, like,
Oh, initially.
yeah, initially how much hate that the prequels got. It makes you wonder, like, will the same thing happen to the sequel trilogy? I don't think it will, primarily because of the whole George Lucas thing. Um, but who knows?
I don't. I know people didn't like it. I fucking love the prequels.
Oh yeah, I loved it too.
First time watching them,
Oh yeah,
I was never a hater. I thought the action was awesome. Lightsaber battles, awesome.
awesome
Like
music, awesome.
awesome because he brought back John Williams,
Hmm.
right? So I I was never a hater, but I know people that were haters. They're like, ah, God, this is so corny, and the Jar Jar Binks, like I think I said in the previous podcast, like Jar Jar Binks has grown on me. Like he's fine. I've seen cornier characters in movies than this. Like I don't know.
I will say the script writing is a little sus in spots. Other than that, I think it's great.
Uh,
I mean, but that's not to say the original trilogy didn't have some like questionable like script writing or questionable.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, C-3PO. I mean, he's the Jar Jar Binks
Yeah,
and
yeah,
in all of them.
right,
So like, can't give Jar Jar too much. Like he
right.
was just, and he was mainly just in one. I mean, I know he made an appearance in the second one, but he was just even Phantom Menace was the main one.
Yep. Because like the story in the original trilogies and the story in the prequels, really what like makes it golden.
Yeah.
You didn't have that in the sequel trilogy, and that's why I think
No.
like I don't think the sequel trilogy will hold up to the same fan reception as the prequel trilogy did after a certain amount of time, because the story was just like all over the place in the sequel trilogy, messy, and was like the story was
Especially when you got the second one.
destroying some of the
This
things of the first two trilogies.
the second one was like this giant like, oh, we're going like 5 miles per hour chasing each other like the
Oh,
spaceships.
the um
and then
oh
they go
yeah.
to like, we're gonna go get help, like, and then they speed off like, okay, that makes sense. And then they go to like a casino. you're, you're like, what? Oh, we got to get this, like, what was he?
The
I can't
code
remember.
breaker.
Code breaker, that's what. And it's just like, and they got the wrong one anyways.
Yep.
And oh god, like watching that
But
movie and
Bogey, they had to save the animals. It's about them saving those animal horse dudes. Because it's about freeing things and freeing people. I don't know. It's a feel good
uh,
thing. It's a feel good. Doesn't it make you feel good?
did I feel good leaving the movie theater? No. I was like, I just wasted 2 hours and whatever minutes like watching this trash of this, like again, like I said, two spaceships just. I was like I think it was like an hour and a half in. Whoever I was watching with, I was just like, they're still chasing each other. Like, is this ever gonna end? Like,
Which is kind of funny because like then you're telling me like that whole movie like transpired over probably like in franchise time and story time was like 30 minutes or something. Like a majority of it's like just this 30-minute time
you could
frame within
consolidate it.
this high speed chase is what this movie was. And then you have these side quests because of it.
Yeah,
It was all fun out
and
anyway.
then along the whole side, and then you got what's her name, Ray, with Luke trying to like get him to train her, and then he goes like, "I don't use the Force anymore." I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, all of a sudden when she threw his lightsaber, he just goes like, just yeets it behind him, like, and then he's like walking around and like whatever those animals that he's drinking milk out of.
Oh, those.
I was like, ugh. I was like, that's gross.
Are you telling me that's not the Luke Skywalker you remember from the original trilogy? Pretty sure he wanted the milk of Yoda.
I'm sure
Pretty sure he
he was
wanted
reading the script. And he goes like, the fuck?
he wanted Yoda's milk in Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, and then on top of that, like Chewbacca was with, and these stupid little birds.
The Porgs.
Oh my god! No, like, okay, I better shut up
You're
because
like next.
I'm expressing how much I do not appreciate this film at all because I think it's so bad.
Bogey's favorite of all the Star Wars movies is The Last Jedi. So we'll make sure to get him a Last Jedi lightsaber.
Especially if we play this game soon. Um,
Well, we can
watch you
dive into that.
Watch you put that movie on the last where I'm like, okay, I got number one open still.
Don't
then you
preface for me.
and then you throw that
Now
out
I
there. I'm
feel like
like,
I have to leave my 5 spot open throughout the whole thing. We can dive into that if you want.
no, I mean, is there anything else? Otherwise, we can play the game and then kind of wrap it up.
Not really. That's kind of what I had on the agenda, so we can dive into it.
Okay. So the game we're playing is blindly rank. You have 1 through 5, but you don't know who I'm gonna name.
Bogey just wants to put me on the spot.
And what I'm doing is I got the Jedi Council or
What am I ranking?
members that have been on the Jedi Council, and you're ranking them 1 through 5.
Okay.
But you like let's say like I name like
Well, 1 through 5 like favorite, or 1 through 5 like most powerful?
like your favorite.
Oh, okay. Okay. Blind favorite picking
Like
of
if you had a team, what would be your number one, and then
blindly. Okay.
down the list.
Okay.
So in essence, your favorite,
Yeah. Okay.
who you think is powerful, who would be on your team. Like number one would be someone that
I'll
be
just
like
rank
your.
favorite because powerful might be a different lineup than favorite. So I'll stick to favorite.
But you've seen the podcast, right? What I'm talking about?
Well, I've
Like
seen I've seen blind things like that.
it just like it's blind ranking,
Yep.
and I'm gonna throw a name,
Okay.
and then easily someone who you'd be like, oh man, that my number one should have been my number 5.
Yeah, I'm sure how this is going to end up is going to be terrible. I can already tell you that.
But I came up with the list, so this is
Okay, just so I know from my knowledge, does would like Qui-Gon was never like in the council. Obi-Wan was, Yoda was, Yaddle and all of them. But like, so it wouldn't be would Anakin be a part of that? Like, would he be considered a Jedi or
I looked these up, and they're
okay.
part of
All
the
right.
council, so
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. Like
All right.
I know Qui-Gon was not,
Right.
so he's not.
He's not
Like I
in the
said,
list, I know.
like I said, I got 5 names,
Okay.
and I looked them up, and they were part of the council, according to Google.
According
So
to
blame
Wiki.
Google if I'm wrong.
Got it. Got it, boss.
Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
One being your best, 5 being like the lowest,
Okay.
and there's no disregard. Like, it doesn't mean you're 5. Doesn't mean you're like you're horse shit.
Right.
like you were part of the council.
Right.
All right. So number one, Obi-Wan.
2.
All right, 2.
Starting off high.
I like it.
Gotta give him the high ground.
Plo Koon. You know who that is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Four.
Yaddle. You know who that is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Bryce Dallas Howard's Yoda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um mm, I want to put her at a spot, but I'm afraid if I put her at a spot, what's going to happen? So I'm going to put her at 3.
3. Oh, okay. Next up, Yoda.
1.
So number 5 is Mace Windu. How do you like that ranking? You put
Man,
Mace at 5.
I mean,
So okay. So we got Yoda at 1, Obi-Wan at 2, Yaddle at 3, Plo Koon at 4. Yeah, Plo Koon above.
Plo Koon's awesome. You haven't watched Clone Wars. Don't hate him.
No, I love Plo Koon.
Oh, okay.
No, um, what's the PS1 game? Oh
Oh
shoot,
yeah,
Jedi Knight.
Jedi Starfighter.
No, it's Jedi Knight. I think it's just called Star Wars Jedi Knight,
Okay,
where you have like literally 4 characters that you
and
can
one of
pick
them's Plo
from,
Koon.
and one was Plo Koon, and I love Plo Koon.
Yeah,
And I literally had a tear go down my eye when I saw him get killed.
yeah,
When he was in his start
and from
in
Order
his
66.
yep.
All right, so Yoda, Obi-Wan, Yaddle, Plo Koon, and Mace Windu. Yeah, I mean that's not the same order I would if I knew all of them, but it's close. I would probably switch Yaddle um
That's funny because
and
like
Mace.
how I wrote this down. I don't know if you can see
Yeah,
like
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
you went complete opposite order that I
Wrote
like
them down.
that I wrote them down.
Yeah, like I said, I would if I was really doing it. If I knew all of them, I would switch Mace Windu and Yaddle, and then everything else would probably stay the same.
You're really not a big fan of Mace Windu.
No, he would be 3.
I know,
Well, you said it's
but
not that you don't like them.
well, yeah,
I mean,
but
how do you
Mace
compete? How do you I
Mace
would. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Mace Windu versus Obi-Wan, who would win?
Well, that wasn't
Or
the requirements.
oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot.
I would actually probably put Obi-Wan at 1, and then Yoda. Not fighting, just like favorites, because I mean Obi-Wan's amazing. Obi-Wan, then Yoda, then Mace Windu, then Plo Koon and Yaddle. So if it wasn't blind, that's how I would list them in terms of like favorites. Powerful would be different. I mean, it would be Yoda, Mace, Kenobi, Yaddle, Plo Koon, maybe. If I was doing powerful or fighting, I don't know. Oh, that was good. That was hard.
Who would win in Yoda versus Mace?
Yoda.
And you think so?
Depends on what if they're fighting sabers, probably Mace, because Mace was known for being a really good lightsaber dueler, like a good fighter.
That's why he had the purple lightsaber, right? Because
Well, he had a purple lightsaber because
there was
Samuel
a
L. Jackson was like, I want a fucking purple lightsaber, and they're gonna make this happen. That was like a stipulation. And I think on his lightsaber it even says it has an engraved like motherfucker or whatever, or
yeah, badass motherfucker.
yeah.
Because that was in the Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
That was his wallet said badass motherfucker or something like
Yeah.
that.
So I think he has that inscribed on his actual saber from the movies. Um, but Yoda is just stronger in the Force than Mace Windu. So I
Oh yeah,
think
Metachlorian.
yeah. But yeah. But I just think too, like his Force powers, he wouldn't need to resort to dueling. So it wouldn't get to that with Mace Windu. Because Yoda would already defeat him. in my
But
opinion.
like, but like in the council, wasn't like Mace like pretty much in charge?
No, Yoda was. He was the head counsel. Because
But
Yoda's like
but we're
900.
sorry. Go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say because Yoda's like 900 years old, and he's been the head of the Jedi Council for some time.
But at some point was like, or were they like co-working together? Because like where Mace sat was like at the like it looked like ahead of the table where Mace sat. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
it was a circle, but yeah, I know I know what you're referring to. But
That's why I always thought
but Yoda's
he.
also smaller in stature, so like he had a floating thing. So
True, true.
or no, he didn't have a floating thing. I'm thinking of Grogu. Um, but I mean, Yoda's chair is going to be smaller either way. No, but Yoda was the high Jedi Council. Um, I'm spacing on the term that it is, but he was the head guy. He was numero
Okay,
uno.
okay.
Mace Windu was up there, but he wasn't Yoda.
I mean, in my opinion, I would probably look at it as like 1A, 1B.
So what would your so obviously it's not blind to you because you built the list, but what would your list be?
Um, Yoda 1, Obi-Wan 2, Mace 3, Plo Koon next, and then Yaddle 5.
Okay.
Only I don't know much about Yaddle, and do you get much like content of Yaddle doing like actually
Um,
much other than talking?
if you read she's in High Republic books. Because she's Yoda's species, which lives a long time.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, she's in Tales of the Jedi because she's the one that confronts um Dooku conspiring or
Oh
talking with
yeah.
the
Oh, I totally forgot about that episode. Yeah.
yeah. So that's why I said Bryce Dallas Howard's character.
Yep.
Dallas Howard's Yoda because she voices Yaddle in those episodes.
But I forgot
Uh,
about the content of that episode though. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, keep going. Sorry.
um, so she's in that, and then obviously you just kind of see her in the council in episode one.
Hmm.
But as we see in Tales of the Jedi, she dies in that, and that falls between episode one and two. So you no longer see her in episode two or three, but she does pop up in some of the books, and no major role really. There's one of the books she has a little bit of a more prominent role, the most recent one I read actually, but still nothing too major. So I
Okay.
wouldn't
No, but
classify
that's
her
why
as super
I want
powerful.
to throw you a curveball by
Yeah,
throwing her in the list.
yeah, no, she's a good one to throw in there. Um, and that's why I was nervous because I was like, I wanted to put her at five in that, but I'm like, who are you holding out on for the last
I
one you're gonna
that
give me?
that's
Like,
what
I gotta leave this spot open.
this it's a fun game to play to kind
Yeah,
of just like here rank the
yeah.
and then everyone can kind of like think like watch and be like what.
Okay, I'm gonna do one for you then. So I'm gonna build one really
Oh
quick.
God, I'm not ready. I'm sweating. No.
You should be. All right, hold give
you,
me
you
like
gotta you
two
gotta give me
minutes.
somewhat of a theme.
Yeah, it's gonna be non-force powered characters.
Okay. Okay.
Um, just give me a second. Uh, I'm building my list right now, and then I'm going to decide the order. Oh, I've got. Okay. This is fun. This is fun. Which one do I want to use here? Who do I want to use?
Meanwhile, for our listeners, shout out birthday boy this Saturday,
Whoop, whoop.
turning 40.
Oh God, hitting the mark. Hitting the mark.
We're getting old.
All right, I got your list. Are you ready for this?
Nope.
So these
I'm logging off.
these are non
Force.
Jedi, non Sith, non Force wielding characters. All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
First one, Boba Fett.
And we got 5,
You got
right?
5.
Just 5.
Boba Fett.
Damn. Three.
Okay. Next one, Bo-Katan.
5.
Next one, Din Djarin, Mandalorian.
1. Automatic.
Next one, Han Solo.
What do I got left? I got 2 and 4.
Yep.
4. You're gonna give me a shitty 2.
Porkins.
Yeah, I guess 2.
Porkins. The person who crashed because of an X-Wing malfunction, overheating. You should pull up. I can handle it.
Eject! Eject! How do I supposed to eject into space?
I can handle it. I love the Family Guy version of it. It's just like he's like outside of the cockpit. It's just like oh, that was good. That was good. I love that. Bogey has Porkins at 2.
Hey, at least I got my boy at 1.
You feel that Porkins is 2 spots above Han Solo.
I was thinking about. I was like, "You're gonna give me something shitty for the last."
I had
pick.
to. I had to.
Where I gave you actually something pretty good. I gave you Mace Windu for the last one.
I'm going for good content. And I almost gave you Mandalorian as your first choice, but I'm like, he's going to put him at number 1 if I give him at the first one anyway. So I moved him down to my third one I'm giving you.
You know, he's my guy. Well, one. You know who one guy is above him?
Overall for Star Wars?
Yeah, if you had him on the list,
The one
like all Star Wars characters.
Mm,
You know who my number 1 is.
I do.
How you do? I'm saying all
Jar
Star.
Jar?
Yeah. How'd you know? No.
I'm spacing here. Give me a clue. Is he in a movie or a film?
I dressed up as him for Halloween.
Why am I spacing on this? For this past Halloween?
No.
Oh, previously for Halloween?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kenobi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because remember why? I became an
Because you're
Uncle Ben.
Ben. Because you're Uncle Ben.
I'm Uncle Ben now.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's number one by association, but would you still put Mandalorian as your favorite, like overall, or would you put Kenobi still as your favorite overall?
Kenobi.
Kenobi. Okay.
And like I said, I think maybe previously
So
that
you put Yoda above Kenobi in the council,
yeah.
but you like Kenobi the most. You're
No.
doing it based off of who you think would beat the other.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Well, just because like
Yeah,
I
because
mean
I do think Yoda would beat Kenobi.
Yoda's like God.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yep.
For
He's
everything,
Grandmaster Yoda.
all the years and everything he's been through, and watching clips outside of just the movies and like the Clone Wars and everything is like, holy shit, this guy's serious. Like,
Yeah.
even what the scene in Attack of the Clones when he fights um
Dooku.
Dooku, just like the power back and forth of them fighting and
Yeah.
him all of a sudden like on a cane.
Yep.
All of a sudden he's like doing all these flips and everything. It's like,
Yep.
holy shit, where did that come from?
Didn't that fight scene win an award, like an Academy Award or nomination award?
I
I feel
don't
like it
know.
did.
But
Yeah.
it was awesome seeing it in the theater. I
E-
was like I was like, what?
Even Yoda in the original trilogy, just the depth to his character and the things he would say. It's like, man, you're someone I would listen to. Not when I first meet you, because you seem like a freaking idiot, like a Jar Jar Binks when we first see you. And that's why that makes
It,
me wonder, like, was that their original plan with Jar Jar Binks? Like, make him look like an idiot, and then he's actually like someone of, stature, like a Yoda.
but they continue to be like, yeah, let's just make him
Well, I think they
look like
got.
it.
I think he was always originally being planned to be that character, but I think the people who support that theory um feel that because of the pushback that character got after the first movie was released, they're like, all right, we're gonna kind of put him out of the picture a little bit, and he'll just be a senator doing political stuff in the background and not really part of the movies anymore. I feel like he was going to play a larger role in the movies and got pushed to the back a little bit, unfortunately. But yeah, so yeah, good game. That was fun.
I
Some good
think
laughs there.
I
We
think
can do another one next time if we want. We'll each
I think for sure when
put
there's
another one.
really not a whole lot to talk about, we should play, those kind of games and
Yeah, no, I
feel
like
some.
it.
Yep.
Games are fun. All right. Well, with that, we will wrap things up. Again, if you're listening to us, hit that subscribe button. We're so close to 200 subscribers for the first giveaway. And then once we hit 500, Theory Sabers, I've shown you, we're going to give away one. So,
And then one of these.
and a bogey broken, an Uncle Ben broken lightsaber. So yes, hit that subscribe button, like, follow, download, rate, review, share. We greatly appreciate it. I'll speak through our social media handles really quick. You can find us on Twitter at DebtBlockAA23pod, on Instagram at detention_block_AA_23, and then our Facebook group and YouTube channel, Detention Block AA23, a Star Wars podcast. And then you can find us on TikTok at DebtBlockAA23. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you for listening. Getting this new year started and on episode 2, and now we're moving to episode 3 next week, and look forward to talking to you fans at that time. And as always, may the Force be with you.
Thanks for calling. This is Han Solo, and I'm going to be keeping you company for the next few hours right here on the midnight shift. Something's